Hello, and welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Grit, Grace, and Growth, the podcast where we explore multifaceted lives of entrepreneurs, parents, and dream chasers. I'm your host, Laura Navaquin, and today we are diving into a topic that is close to my heart, and that is balancing mom life as a business owner. But whether you are a business owner or a work from home parent or, even working in the office parent, balancing mom life along with working can be a challenge. So, as many of you know, I am not just a business owner and an entrepreneur. I'm also a mom, and juggling can be challenging. But whether the right strategies and mindset, it's entirely possible to find a balance that works for you and your family. First, let's talk about the reality of balancing these two demanding roles. It's not always easy, and it's okay to admit that. There will be days when you feel like you're dropping the ball, either on your business or at home. And the key to approaching each day is with grace. Yes, with grace and flexibility. I remember when I first started working full time at home, that was one challenge, and always needing to create schedules, setting boundaries, and so forth. However, let me take this to another level and share my most recent endeavor. When I started working full time at home on our business endeavors, so trying to scale a business portfolio, running a community of students, and trying to mentor and help them reach their goals and investments, real estate investments. But also, whether you know or not, we also have a marketing company and other companies that we have that run parallel to real estate investing. So there are definitely times where I felt overwhelmed and unsure if I could handle it all. Some days they ran smoothly, and others where I was at, the end of not knowing how I was going to react because I was so frustrated and kind of just wanted to sit down and cry because I was so frustrated. But through trial and error, I've discovered a few strategies that have really helped not just myself, but our family be in a much better place working from home, running these businesses as a busy mom of a 7-year old, 1-year old, and now a 2-month old. All right, guys, let's dive into these, and I hope that some of these can really help you as well. All right, number one, set clear boundaries. So, really, establishing boundaries between work and family is crucial. Creating a schedule that designates specific times of work and times for family. And this really helps you ensure that you're fully present in both areas. And let me just, provide a little bit more context around that. I really had to find myself sharing the times of work with my family and saying I'm up in the office. So pretty much when I'm up in the office and the door is closed, do not bother me. I am deep in thought. I'm on conference calls. I'm working on emails, and I do not want to be disturbed in those time at that time. Me being able to focus on the work when I'm up in the office, as I'd say, being able to focus and being 100% focused on the work, I'm able to get things done more timely, more efficiently. And then when I'm off of work and downstairs or the office door is open, I am more so present with my family. So I'm not trying to split time between two, trying to focus on one haphazardly, getting stuff done, and two, trying to listen to my 7-year old's latest story about the new movie that he's into or whatever it may be. So I'm fully present in each area that I'm focusing in on that time. So set clear boundaries. Number two, prioritize and delegate as much as you can. You cannot do everything yourself, and that's absolutely okay. Prioritize the most important tasks and delegate others when you need to and whenever possible. So, whether it's hiring help for your business or asking family members to pitch in at home, don't be afraid to seek support and delegate some of those tasks. Really, it comes down to we have a 7-year old who now has chores, unrelated, but yes, it is still related that there are some things with his chores, like feeding the dog every day, putting away the silverware at night after the I was going to say washing machine, but after the dishwasher has run, and being able to help by setting the table. So this kind of helps him learn and has some responsibilities there, but also helps take some tasks off of our hands. And the same in your business. You again cannot be the expert nor handle everything to run your business. I know and understand in the beginning we have to take a lot of those hats on and wear them ourselves. But eventually, as our business starts to grow, being able to hand off some of those tasks and those other areas of expertise that we are not necessarily the expert in, handing those off to someone else. So whether it's a virtual assistant, whether you're hiring an SEO company, website designer, instead of trying to take on building your website yourself, taking on help elsewhere ultimately. Number 3 is creating a routine. I cannot stress this one enough. And I feel like this one gets a lot of hate on it for some reason, as in, no, it's not possible. A routine and creating a schedule is not going to fix it all. You're right. It is not going to fix it all. But having a routine and having a schedule in place helps me so much, so much. So, they say children thrive on routines. They go to school, they have certain classes at certain times and so forth. Why don't we have a routine and a schedule within our business? So, develop a daily routine that incorporates both work and family activities. And this can help create a sense of stability and predictability, and also just making it easier for you to manage your time. I create a schedule, although it fluctuates slightly daily, but I still have a schedule in place. And there are certain time slots within my schedule that are absolutely cannot be changed or altered for the most part, unless it's an emergency. But my family understands that those cannot be altered. So those are usually podcast recording days, or if I have conference calls, or I'm traveling for speaking engagements or whatnot, that those time slots are unnegotiable. But other than that schedule fluctuates slightly day to day. Being able to wake up in the morning, whether I'm going to go on a workout, which I haven't really done lately. I'm just kind of getting back into the routine of that. But whether you're fitting in your workouts, when you're reading emails, what times of the day I'm going to be making calls, and that's usually during nap time and so forth. So creating a schedule that for the most part you live by. Number 4 is embracing flexibility. So this ties back to number 3 of creating that schedule, but understanding that not every day is your schedule going to be lived to hour for hour, minute by minute, and understanding that you need flexibility some days. So, despite your best efforts, things will not always go as planned. And being able to embrace flexibility will help prepare you with the mindset to be able to adjusting your schedule when needed, or being able to adapt when your schedule is tampered with, when something unexpected arises. So some days will require a little bit more attention than in your business, and others that you have family events to attend. I have my son's jujitsu tournaments or whatever it may be, and being able to work those into the schedule. So although I know on Tuesdays, this is what I typically do, but every now and then he may have a tournament, knowing that I'm able to adapt my schedule to fit in as a tournament and be present there. Number 5 is self-care. This really is one that I'm learning and trying to practice it being non-negotiable, but this one's a really hard one for me. But being able to take care of yourself really is essential to being able to effectively balance mom life and business life. So making time for activities for yourself to recharge, and whether that's exercising, reading, taking a simple quiet moment for yourself to just close your eyes for 20 minutes of the day, whatever that may be. Normally, I would say that my self care or my me time is me in the mornings, typically getting up and going for a run, or, waking up a little earlier and having that time to get a workout in. So not only am I getting my body moving, but also my mind, I'm getting thoughts organized mentally, planning out my day and just getting some mental clarity there, and having that me time. Lately, I haven't really been working out the past, 2 months since our third little one was born. But even in the mornings when I'm getting up and I'm pumping before anyone else is up, and starting to scroll social media or reading for a little bit. And lately I've been reading a little bit more, having that me time when it's quiet, when the house is quiet, before anyone else is up, just kind of collecting my thoughts for the day and organizing mentally, preparing myself for what my schedule looks like for that day, and having that quiet time helps my day run a little smoother instead of just getting up and rushing into the day and feeling overwhelmed with everything that is on the schedule. All right. So I hope this is a great reminder to you that we are capable of achieving balance that works for us, even if it looks differently for each and every family. But I also want to share with you a personal experience that really solidified the importance of balance in these roles for me. And that was after, I would say, after the birth of my second child and us having to manage and make it work where both my husband is working from home, myself, we had a newborn at home, and then at that time a 5 6 year old in school, so working in school schedules and also his after school activities. But even more so within the past 2 months, and now that I've gotten back into working, is after the birth of our third one, who is now 2 months old, really being able to that schedule that we set into place and trying to balance both mom life and running a few different businesses here, but also not getting so ruffled up when the schedule has to be altered, or one child is just not laying down for nap time when she normally lays down, or the 2 month old needs another feeding or just needs to be held, but being able to take a step back and be present in those moments as well. And also, those are the moments that I am thankful for working from home and being self employed, because I want to be in these moments. I want to be able to be home and present and available for them when they want to be held a little longer. Sometimes being able to play with them in an afternoon, any given day, or being able to attend music practices and jujitsu practices and whatever it may be, really being able to take a grace within it all, being mindful that we need to be flexible and living with a schedule in place. Uh, Another important aspect is to set realistic expectations and understand that we cannot give 100% to both roles at all times. So some days our business might take the hits, and some days our family, we cannot clock out of work at 5 o'clock. And so there are some days I work until 8, 10, or 10 at night, trying to catch up on a launch that we're working on, or getting a website updates approved, or whatever it may be. And that's perfectly fine. The goal really isn't to strive for balance um, all the time, or not to say all the time. The goal, let me rephrase that. The goal is to strive for balance over time, not perfection every day. So before we wrap up, I do want to leave you with a few actionable tips. Again, embrace and take in the use of technology to your advantage. So things like incorporating calendars and project management apps and tools and communication platforms can really help you streamline your workflow and help you stay organized with that schedule and just organizing your day. Also, plan ahead. Planning ahead is so much easier than trying to cram everything in a day because everything has to get done today, type of thing. Take some time each week and plan your schedule. Identify the tasks that must be achieved this week and on certain days, and allocate time for both business and family activities within your calendar. So by planning ahead, you're able to do those things. And this proactive approach can really reduce the stress and help improve productivity. Number three is time block. Time block has really, really helped for me, being able to look at my schedule each and every day and allocate 1 hour, an hour and a half, 30 minutes, whatever it may be, and say, this time is for answering and responding to emails. This time is for marketing outreach. This time is for conference calls, or whatever it may be. But time blocking has really helped me achieve so much more within my workday, and being able to clock out, as if you want to call it, at a decent time to be present with my family. And also be kind to yourself. Remember that you are doing the best that you can. It's okay to have days off. Be kind to yourself. Do not hesitate to reach out for help when you need help, from your spouse, from people on your team, whatever it may be, even, your children, asking them to help out around the house every now and then. But be kinder to yourself. It is a lot that you're taking on. Um, Balancing mom life and being a business owner and entrepreneur truly is a journey, and it's different for everybody. but find out what works for you. Stay flexible and remember that you are not alone. There are so many others like myself out there on this journey with you. There's a whole community of moms and entrepreneurs out there who understand your challenges. Understand that we're celebrating the same successes when we get through a day of meeting or following through on our schedule, getting done what we need to do for the businesses, but still being able to be present with our family. So thank you again for joining me today on Grit, Grace, and Growth. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other moms and business owners who you think might benefit from it. And if you have a story or a tip about balancing motherhood and business that you think or that you would like to share, please reach out to me on social media or through the website at lauranavaquin.com. I would love to hear from you. So until next time, keep striving for balance, embrace the journey, and remember, you've got this.